talking here, having a fine time. This is Tracy Hickman.
I'm Laura Hickman.
And together we're...
The Hickman sisters.
Yes,
no.
we are. Thank you. No. Oh, like we've never heard that before.
Many times, actually. You don't know how many times someone would walk up to me and say, hey, can you set me up with your sister, Tracy?
Oh.
Could have been a good business, but...
I just look at him and I say, well, what do you think?
No, I think my favorite was the letter I got while I was working at TSR. That young man wrote to me and said that that he so very much admired me and that I was the only woman who really understood him. And that didn't work very well. I was, however, invited to speak at the National Women's League. I think it was, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well, the League of Women Voters. Yeah, I was invited to speak to the League of Women Voters, and I
Because he was, on the
almost
friends list.
thought to show up for that, but I thought that might be a bad thing
Yeah,
to do.
that would be rude.
That would be really rude to do.
That's hilarious.
So we're back here for another evening of gaming. Who are we missing tonight?
We're missing
Laurel.
Laurel, sadly.
We're missing Laurel.
Yeah, some personal drama just reared its ugly head, literally at the last moment. Am I right?
It was work.
Work drama? A friend of hers, I guess, needs her help, so she's gonna go help her out.
Well, so she should.
So-
If a friend in need is
Well, friend indeed,
needs,
but-
I think. I'm not actually sure how the phrase goes. Yeah, you always gotta help your friends.
How's Isabel?
She is on spring break in sunny St. George.
Oh, lucky girl.
Ah,
Okay.
lucky. Yes, we went to St. George not too long ago. My parents live in St. George. We used to live in St. George.
We used to barricade the doors practically during spring break
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
Just try not to go to the store.
Don't go anywhere, don't do anything, just,
Stay home.
lock the door and stock
On the
up
weekends
before the weekend.
particularly,
Yeah. As it is, however, we've had a pretty busy week.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have. What are we up to?
We've been writing madly on Skyriders.
We've been writing madly on Sky Raiders. Laura's been doing some colorful text here for a number of our ancestries, as we're calling them. So I was working on Dwarves today.
And I was working on actually a cultural piece for the town of Meriden.
Yes, which is just outside of
I don't know
where the Fae live and don't let anybody else in.
where the
Snobs.
Master Magic Academy is for Avarax, and no good Fae are allowed at the academy.
And
should go.
You should go. Yeah, you guys are really good at going places you're not supposed to be. So I don't see why.
And setting them on
do
fire.
that.
However, the Fae
It happened once.
will teach people in Meriden.
So far.
And there are many schools just outside of
Sound good.
others.
Not so good. And in the meantime, of course, because I can't just do one thing at a time, I've been, of course, working at the Void and writing scripts for some videos for them there at the Void, and got those done earlier this week. And we've been writing on Sky Raiders, of course, and I have. While all of this is going on, of course, I am printing out 3D stuff all the time.
Like it's going out of style.
Like,
He's so cute. He'll say to me, oh, I gotta go check my cooking. And then I'll run into his office. At first I didn't understand, but now I do. And he says that it means he's gonna go look and see what the little plastic thing's doing.
yes, what the little plastic things do. Thank you, honey. Yeah.
No, he actually has turned out some pretty amazing things.
But as some of you might know who've been with us for a while, on my birthday last year, the crew here gave me Star Trek Ascendancy.
Yes.
Yes. So this week, I decided I needed to print out Starbase. So I've been printing out Starbases here.
Starbase is fantastic. Now, do they have one for every race? Because of course that's Federation.
This Federation Starbase, I have Klingon Starbases printed out.
Nice.
Klingon Starbases are actually not modeled after the game Starbase, but the Klingon Starbases are after the online game.
Okay.
So they look really very cool. So I got some of those printed out. I've got a number of races yet to go. But worse than that, I found a box inserts that would allow me to consolidate all of my various add-on races in the box in just one box. So I've started printing out these trays to go inside the box. Well, the other day, this all wraps into something. The other day, I was printing the first of these tray boxes, and it was big enough it nearly filled the plate on my printer, and it was printing out and going just fine. And of course, this is like a 22-hour process to get this thing printed out. So, and I'm thinking, boy, I have enough. Okay, I have enough on the spool, right, to do this. So anyway, it's printing out this box, and I'm in with Laura, and we're just living life and having a fine time. And I said, I gotta go check my cooking. I gotta check on my cooking. So I walk into my office, and it's carnage.
Oh, I hear this terrible noise, this yelp.
And
I'm like, oh no. I thought, maybe the machine was on fire or something. It was bad.
What had happened is that somewhere during the print, there's a brass connector that attaches the Bowden tube, which is the tube where the filament feeds into the print head.
Don't get too technical, honey.
Trying not to. And it pushes this filament against the print head, and it's that pressure that provides the filament coming out of the print head and is added to it, makes the print. Well, it had come loose, and so what was happening is that the feed was continuing to push filament through it, but not into the mechanism. It was like just feeding it everywhere.
Into this Gordian knot.
Right? And the print head's just merely going down here, doing nothing because there's nothing coming out of it.
Hilarious.
And I walked in and there's like, it looks like spaghetti filament everywhere.
That's a mess.
And it didn't help the fact that it was bright red filament, so it looked like it had just like been shot and was bleeding everywhere.
You printed a flying spaghetti monster.
It was just, so I'm in there trying to get, I wish I'd taken a picture of it, but it was like crisis mode,
Yeah.
So I'm in there and I had to hold open the pressure thing with one hand, start pulling filament back the wrong way
That's cool.
to get it right, and turning it back onto the spool, and then connecting the thing properly. And of course, by the time all this was done, there's like huge gaps in the thing I've been printing.
And fine. Oh, silly string, Byron says. Absolutely.
Absolutely, it was silly. It was everywhere.
I'm saying hi here to people. Oh, Deja likes 3D printing. And Underlevel says hi.
Well, it's nice to hear everybody's there. Yes, I love 3D printing as evidenced by the stuff I print, except of course when it goes wrong.
Okay, so, and Dragonhearth says, hello, like the cover art. Can't wait to see Laurie Elmore.
Ah, yes, the cover art. Everybody got to see the cover art. You didn't get to see the cover art because you were.
showed it
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, I was here. We all gathered behind
Oh,
you.
that's right. You're gathered behind me.
Yeah.
But tonight I can go ahead and show everybody here, and this is we premiered it to all of our backers this afternoon in our update. But we want to share it with everybody tonight. So here is the new cover for the player's book, the Skywriters Handbook. And this is our cover by, this is,
You can come over and look at
You
the
can come on over the. This is our cover by Matt Stawicki, and he did just a fabulous job.
Where's Matt Stawicki out of?
Matt's back. I believe he's in the Northeast.
Northeast, okay.
Yeah, and he works digitally, so it is great because we can change things if we need to. We were very happy that we got our captain Genevieve in the picture, and
There's the back.
and that's the back.
Front
She's
and
in the
the
back,
back.
from the back.
Yeah.
Cool.
But we're very, very excited about Matt's art. He did such a
It's
great job.
gorgeous.
And I spoke with Larry Elmore this morning. Gave Larry a call, and we talked about the cover he's doing for us.
Mm-hmm.
I got him the materials for that, and we should be seeing that sometime in June,
Yeah, dude, he's amazing.
early June.
Yeah.
He's a
Mhm.
fantastic
Is
artist.
that on like the GM guide?
Yeah, that'll be on the GM's Almanac. Yeah.
We have a question.
Yes, and I have an answer.
I don't even know how to say that. 3D, I guess.
Okay.
They want to know,
Yes.
they're really curious on what the aeronaut class is, or is it an aeronaut, is it a subclass? What is,
Well,
how do you define aeronaut?
we're
There has to be one, I mean.
well. First of all, we have to talk about classes because we don't have classes. We're changing
Per
classes
se, right.
per se in.
It's a profession.
It's well, no, it's not a profession.
Oh, that's right, ladies.
Because we use phrase of- no, we're calling them. We're actually giving this the name callings. That you have a calling in life in Aberox, and that might be fighter, that might be.
But who would be
Cleric.
an- No one would be an aeronaut.
Well, that's the thing. One of the things that I don't like about or have not liked about the 5e and D&D class system,
Mm-hmm.
aside from the name, is that it's really difficult to either change classes. It's very punitive to change classes or to multi-class. And I feel like it's too punitive actually in 5e for that. People here in Aberox, and it's a good example of that, people in Aberox, they don't know how to fly ships, and as we've demonstrated here repeatedly at the table, that it's just not, it's not like they can choose aeronaut class or aeronaut calling when they start the game. But they need to be able to acquire that calling.
So they should be able to add it.
So they should be able to add it or at least or merge it.
So
Into their
Dixon
class.
is asking, is it going to be like the old school prestige classes?
That's probably closer to
Closer?
where we'd like to go with this.
Okay.
So and that's a really great observation.
And is third edition really old school?
I don't think third edition's old school.
Third edition is totally ancient.
Only 21 years ago.
Unsupported.
Uh-huh.
That's old school.
The second it becomes unsupported, it's just.
It's
immediately
already
old
got
school.
retro clones.
That's right. Okay.
You're old.
Man.
Just gotta admit it.
Oh,
So there's yeah. Don't talk to me about 20 years ago.
yeah, please. That's like yesterday.
So the other thing too that I want to share with everybody is we have we of course last week showed the Mistral,
Adorable.
our
It's adorable.
our Kender, or excuse me, our Kender, changed world yet.
Second edition must be mythic by now, then.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was getting at. Was
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
exactly
first
what I was-
edition is just flat legendary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is actually Mistral, and she is our halfling. She was featured on our cover art initially, and today we also showed everybody our captain's mini, Genevieve, and
She's got quite a story, too.
and she's got quite a story. So we've actually stories online for now in the update. We've got a story about Genevieve, where she comes from, and a story about Mistral about, and a little bit about her. Someone asked us actually if we would please, include backgrounds for the characters. And we thought, oh yeah, that would be fun. So we started doing that with our character announcements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, good. Some 15, should we do 14 cookies?
I think so. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we had to share this evening. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would assume most of you got the update if you're signed up for it. So those go out like twice a month.
And for those of you who want to upgrade your pledge, our backer kit, we are in fact, we should actually have that up and running by
Next month.
next month.
Yeah, we're excited.
So that will be a good thing also.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, it's time.
So which one's for you guys? Tell me.
Left, because left is not the problem.
Okay.
All right, so what do we got? This is the players.
This is the
Players' fortune for this evening.
Adventurers fortune. And it is. Others are inspired by your courage.
Okay.
See?
There you go.
Hey, that is
Courageous group.
Nice.
that's great.
Okay.
And mine, I want to know what mine is. What is the DM's fortune for this evening?
And the DM question is. You are headed in the right direction.
It's good to know.
That is good to know.
It's good to know.
Yes.
That is good to know. Either one of those would work for the players this
It
evening.
really would.
That's true. Okay.
It really would have.
Okay, we will share. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so I suppose we should actually play a game this evening, which is something we haven't done for a while. We've got whoa.
Yeah, thanks to me. Thanks to me.
Actually,
Yeah.
last week we played Dark Tower. It was super fun.
Yeah. We watched the whole show, yeah.
Yeah, last week we did play Dark Tower,
Watched
and
us
it
lose.
was super fun.
Yeah, it was.
Just so close. So close.
So close. Yeah, actually, and truthfully, excuse me, here, I'm gonna help just a bit. Here. Whatever I need to do. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, actually, we did play Dark Tower last week, and died.
Well, we got to our hotel and crashed out before the game actually ended, so how did it end?
We lost.
Everyone lost.
Everyone lost. Yeah,
Okay.
the land was corrupted, and there was just no help for
We
it.
ran out of spells.
A snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah, pretty much so. Yeah. they had worked so hard to get everything exactly right and be ready to like run the conclusion of the game, and the
And it all
land was
just
corrupted. And then
We ran out of time.
Yeah, they ran out of time.
What are
So
you gonna do?
yeah, so thinking, well, maybe there's something wrong with this game. We played with our son last weekend.
That's true. And we won, but it
Oh, you
was
won?
It was by the skin of our teeth. Yeah, it was.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought we were either we were going to all die or we were going to win. It's what it came down to.
It's going to be an incredible, desperate victory. And we got incredible, desperate victory. Yeah, we ended up actually, I was playing the warrior character and I had, I don't know, like 120 guys.
So you guys
Nice.
collected a bunch.
And she had a bunch. But every time we'd run, the first time I took a run at the bad guy, he wiped out almost all of my spirit, and it was the instruction that everyone else's spirit just goes away.
Oh,
And so
Brutal.
we knew that this guy was going to be really brutal. And so the only thing we had to do is to find which of us had the best chance against him. And it turned out to be Laura. And
So they all came over.
we all
and
came to where she was, we just
stuff.
gave her everything.
Piled all this stuff. And
Yep.
I had all these advantages too. Because I was the character that gets like a potion at the beginning of every turn.
right. That was
And that was
Tracy's
helpful.
character. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, our son and myself, we just like pushed Laura in front of us. And, well, good luck with this.
Get out there.
Right.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, we live or we die right now.
So you should print out, 3D print a bunch of those little skulls, so you just have extra.
Extra skull.
There you go. Then yeah, you don't run out of time.
Okay, we can keep
That
throwing
was
these in.
so nice.
Actually, the expansion has different colored skulls
Oh,
in it, and the different colored skulls represent different kinds of corruptions.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and but we're still trying to beat the basic game.
Right.
Yeah, we'll worry about crazy expansion
Well, I
later.
think you ought to pick it up from where you left off 2 weeks ago.
Yes, we have to do. Yes, I need to. I want to run the thing.
Then, yeah.
Okay, here we go. That's good. I love the fact that the dramatic introduction to our game with this music, the brilliant music by Carl and yeah, is accompanied by this discussion of the cookie that
Oh,
goes
I'm
out.
sorry.
It doesn't detract.
I
It's
thought the
okay.
mic was supposed to go down.
If I turn the mics off, I always forget to turn them back on.
I'll take your music tonight, probably.
That's probably true. Or you would have sung along with the music. Okay.
Cookies at, is it Meters? Is that what I remember? Not Meters.
No, we went to Village Bakery today.
Village Bakery has great cookies.
Sponsor us, Village Bakery.
Yes, sponsor us, Village Bakery. We'll mention
If
you
it's a
often,
thank you,
frequently.
Mythos, for hosting us tonight.
Yes, and thanks Mythos Games for hosting us tonight. If you'd like to actually, watch one of these strange games being run, you're welcome to come join us here. So, yes, and click like, subscribe. I got that in already. Last time, as you remember, having not gone back to Haven,
Yes.
much to the appreciation of the Dragonborn, who thought that going back a third time might be suicidal considering how you left things before.
Why was you looking at me?
I don't know, nobody was, I
Because you burned down the library.
Sure.
No,
Just
the
in
whole-
case.
the whole
Just in case
city-
somebody's watching who didn't know that.
The whole city was ransacked.
That's what we heard.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's what we heard.
Yeah.
Pillaged them.
Yeah, we pillaged them well. Good.
yeah, you pillaged, ransacked the entire town of Haven and burned down the library.
Yes.
At least that is the report that has gone out.
We're not actively dissuading that understanding.
You did, however, manage to find a book that would help you to actually know how to fly this thing.
Mhm.
And it has helped you considerably and got you aeronaut skills.
Yes, we stole a book.
You stole a book from the library before you burned it down.
Exactly.
It didn't
Yeah.
burn me down.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's lightly singed.
Just a few priceless texts destroyed. That's all.
Yeah,
Not the whole collection.
not the entire collection, good. Just like M through O.
Yeah.
So in having left the village and deciding not to go back to Haven for a third time, which was actually quite a discussion, as I recall, you decided instead to fly the ship to Kron, the great stronghold of the Dragonborn, high in the volcanic, craggy mountains. Yeah. Or, as you know it, home.
Yeah. Smells like
And sulfur. You flew over the main gates. You found, in fact, the tower at the top of the citadel that is there. You managed to dock the ship at the top of the tower, and you were accompanied down inside the tower and into this enormous, dark hall, at the end of which, under a shaft of light, who did you find?
the king of the Dragonborn, or
Big mouse.
The emperor, the ruler, potentate. What do they want to call
Kron
this guy?
Kasana
Kron Kasana,
of the Dragonborn.
yes, which in the tongue of the Dragonborn means receptacle of blood. Well, that's what they do they've got this thing going with the Dragonborn. So,
Sure.
he is the receptacle of Akron. He is the incarnation, in fact, of Akron, the great god of the Dragonborn. And having been brought here by the guards, what happened next?
Well, my character stood on boats, but
It was just he and I who went in.
the big guy, the big boss, he thought we attacked Haven and set it on fire and looted it. And then we asked if, basically, if this could be our home base.
Right, because he was actually quite impressed.
He was very excited
with
about
this.
that, yeah.
He thought,
Yes.
this demanded some respect on his part.
Well, I don't want to read into it, but I also kind of felt like he was even a little bit grateful that we would do that and then come directly to him, gracing Kron with this,
He seemed pretty happy about all of this.
the boon of the arrow ship.
Yes, and thank you for bringing me.
Yeah.
And as I recall, a great speech was made.
A great speech was made.
A great speech
Yeah.
was made, absolutely.
See, I couldn't say it. That's why
I know, humility would prevent you from saying so, but it was a great speech that was
There
made.
you go.
And as I recall, as part of this great speech, which, as I also recall, had been written with a number of fill-in-the-blank spaces.
Well, there were specific places that entered in there, and I had to
Cross those out.
So no, we're not there. No, that doesn't work. That was a pretty on-the-fly ad hoc editing job done.
But the sum total of the dialogue was at that point that you had aligned yourself with Akron. That you
Why not?
were going to fly the flag of the receptacle of blood, the Dragon King.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Very
He's
excited.
all for this. Okay.
All for it.
And they were going to give us supplies. That's what I
What?
recall.
Yes.
They were going to give us supplies.
They were going to give you what?
Supplies.
Supplies, yes, they were going to give you supplies.
Possibly a crew.
Fix the ship.
Possibly a crew.
And somebody that knew how to fix stuff.
We can trade them. We can trade them. As long as we don't attack Edna, I don't care.
Then we go back to Haven in style.
Yeah, we can go back to Haven in style. We'll free his character's father and actually burn the
Sure,
town
we'll do
down.
that.
Yes. The sequence may be a little bit off, but we can get it done. Okay, good.
At the end of the day, I'm just like Guy from Galaxy Quest. I'm just totally stoked to be part of the crew.
Yes, Guy.
Guy.
Yeah.
I'm just totally stoked to be part of the crew.
So you're standing before Kranakran, and he has welcomed you. What can we do for you?
Well, we would like some crew and some repair and supply and maybe some direction.
Crew. I can't get crew.
Oh, cannons, cannons.
What's that?
What's a cannon?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
That's a good point. Are there cannons in Abrax?
Cannon.
Well, my character's not there.
Cannon. Oh, your character's not there. You're not
Was
even
Brent
asking
asking
us.
Tracy?
You're upstairs. You're just standing on the boat thinking, I wonder if there's cannons.
I wonder if cannons exist.
Do cannons exist? Actually, I never thought about it. I just assumed ships, cannons, ships.
Everybody just
One begets
wondered
the
if there
other.
were cannons, and they said, well, there's not gunpowder, so
Oh,
I'm
well, then
thinking
never mind.
no.
Never mind. Ballista. That's what
Ballistas.
Yeah.
We need ballistas.
Ballistas and
Big
catapults.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Big crossbow.
Yeah, ask for ballistic crossbows. Yeah.
Although you do wonder, as you were standing on the ship itself, why there are gun ports on the sides if
Yeah.
there are no cannons. Yeah.
That's what I'm not insane. I do remember seeing gun ports.
There are gun ports
Yeah,
on the
okay.
ship.
You're
Yes,
just making
there
that
are.
up, though.
Yeah, as a get
They are, in fact, forward of the harp, forward of the ship's harp on the same deck.
What are these holes for?
Or some kind of port.
They are some kind
You're
of
not on the
port.
ship.
We don't know what kind of port. She's asking her, what are these holes for? Do you know what these holes are for?
Throw me in there. I'll collect.
Well, you can get a really good view out of them. You could probably hang laundry from them. These are all possible uses.
Fantastic.
We have a book we'd like maybe the priests could make multiple copies of for your library.
Great.
They have a library.
Dragonborn are big on priests.
Dragonborn are not, well, they don't have necessarily any like clerical order that is specifically designed to like copy books.
Maybe the dwarves could make copies of them.
Dwarf make copy books, yeah, they're the dwarfs, we give them book for copy.
Yeah.
So he's, having snapped his fingers once, in fact, a very large dragonborn with a patch over one eye has come into the hall, and behind him are about 10 other dragonborn with him, and he asks Akron what his bidding is, and he tells him that he is to join your crew and to serve Akron.
Cool.
Is it?
He also gestures for someone who runs off and comes back with a dwarf.
Where did all the dwarves go? Did we ever figure that out?
Where did they go?
Yeah.
I think they're scattered all over the place. Some are living on the surface. Those are the surface dwellers are just outside of Kron, aren't they?
There are in fact 3 groups of dwarves that you know of. One are the Delver dwarves, of whom you have not seen any
Ever?
ever.
Because they stay underground.
The second group are the builder dwarves, and those are the dwarves primarily found in Trove, which is the village that is outside the gates of the Kron Citadel.
Didn't you say the city was like empty then?
You didn't see anybody in the streets when you flew over. And there is a third group, the Carver dwarves, who are an unusual group of dwarves. They are surface-dwelling dwarves, and they primarily follow wood carving as a trade, as opposed to stonework or gemwork.
Do any of those guys live here?
Those guys I actually live in Salvage, which is a town to the northeast down the coast. You could go there if you want.
Yeah. Pick up some woodworkers at Bellevue's on a wooden ship.
Just a thought.
Teaches on it. Yeah, whatever.
So this dwarf enters the hall. He's accompanied by 2 of the Dragonborn. Is wearing a mantle coat.
A what?
It's a coat, okay, but it's a sleeveless
Okay.
kind of coat. It's old, it's tattered, it's stained. It may have had a purple color at some point. but it's difficult to tell, especially in the dim light here in the audience hall.
Well, Kron, we're graced by a dwarf. What good fortune.
You ask for a dwarf, I bring dwarfs.
You asked for the dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, now here he is. Okay. I was a little confused. Great. Well, welcome aboard, dwarf. What do we call you?
Welcome aboard, welcome aboard. What is welcome aboard?
We have a book that we would like copies made.
So I make copies of books.
Sir?
I'm asking if you can do that.
I can have it done, yeah.
Okay.
Well, sir, let me be the first to congratulate you on joining a historic crew that will certainly see that the history of Abrax is rewritten. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Am I wrong?
No, that sounds good.
How you gonna rewrite the history?
Well, rewrite history. I'm sorry, I spoke hastily. We're going to write history going
Right.
forward.
So you want to write new history?
Well, we will be the authors of the historical events that are about to take place, and you will be our scribe.
I don't write.
Look at Kron. He doesn't write.
But you know dwarves that write.
Yeah, you know dwarves that write. Yeah, we can get you a dwarf that writes.
All right, get us a dwarf that writes. Not that this dwarf isn't great. I'm sure he's great. I'm sure you're great.
I'm Thron Thunder. I'm the head of the dwarves. Ruler of the dwarves this week.
Like I said, he's great.
What-
Bring him aboard.
Where are all the dwarves today? They weren't outside when we came over.
We were told to be indoor. We went indoor.
Oh. Okay. Any Carver dwarves in town?
Carver dwarves? No. No Carver dwarves.
So the dwarves are like, not fully enfranchised here? Is maybe
That's a
one
good
way to put it.
We serve Kron Akron, the great ruler of Kron.
He's excited about that. He's passionate. Look, we're happy to have you, but I do look at a Kron. But we do need a dwarf. We'll take him. He's great. But if you give us a dwarf that writes, though.
I tell you what, I have a dwarf for you. I can't go. I lead the dwarves. They need me.
Yes.
Oh, well, if you don't want to come.
No, I don't want to come. I'll find a dwarf for you, okay?
Great.
Should we get it back? 2.
Two, you want 2 dwarves?
Yeah.
Cost you extra.
One that can fix this shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
One
he
that
says.
can fix things,
Fix things.
one that can fix things, and one that can write things. That's what we're really
A
looking for.
dwarf that can fix things, a dwarf that can write things.
Yeah.
A third dwarf that's good at butling. That would be yes, please.
Good at what?
Butling. Being a butler. Yes, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
O Kron the Great and Masterful. You want me to give these guys 3 dwarves? Yeah, want 3 dwarves. Give 3 dwarves. Give 1 fixed-em dwarf, 1
Writer.
writing dwarf, 1
Butling.
bubbling dwarf.
Close enough.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Tracy says I want to see Tracy do a conversation between the dwarf and the map maker.
Don't we all?
Where did we lose that? We
So
lost him.
did the dwarves have a organized religion that I know about?
That you know about?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. It's actually a pretty extensive pantheon and a little
I'm the
confusing.
navigator.
Oh,
Oh, go.
we would prefer
I got a +5 in navigation.
a suitable
Get out of here.
religious leader would
I've
be
been
selected
studying
to
navigation.
Okay.
bless the ship and its endeavors.
I can't.
But I don't, you would be better positioned to know how to do that than me.
Kanakan will bless ship.
Be a +4.
Yes, great, that's good.
+1.
Mm. Well, eventually 4 dwarves do show up.
Oh, good,
Oh, 4 dwarfs.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hopefully one of them can write.
Well, one of them happens to be Ron Sunder, so, okay, 3 dwarves.
All right, and which one's the fixer?
Tucker,
Excellent. And which one's the writer?
Whittle,
And you, my good man, come this way. You're with me.
Whittle?
The last one, the unnamed one.
Oh, the unnamed one.
Yeah.
The unnamed one comes. Yes, sir.
I just put my hand around him. My young man, what adventures we are about to have.
Okay.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
We would like to get the dwarves busy doing what they do, copying the book.
Well, the one dwarf has in fact brought materials, and
What
he
is
is,
going on?
is happy to start working on the book.
What are
Do
the
you
dwarves
want
on
him
the
to
ship?
come with you?
Yeah,
He will come with you. Very well. And you have a fixing dwarf, and he has a very large hammer
oh, good.
and a set of tools, and he is ready to come with you.
All right.
As apparently is the last dwarf, who is mostly just standing next to him.
Well, I am indoctrinating him on my expectations. You know, my hours of my bathing schedule, my food schedule. You know, when I'll take my afternoon drink, and so on.
What are these dwarves doing here?
But
He's
outside
going
of
to
that,
copy the book several times.
All right.
He's going to repair the ship as best as he can.
All right.
This guy is going to follow him around so that we don't have to listen to him.
All right.
it works for everyone.
It does work for everyone. Yes.
So, okay, you've got all the guys. I gotta go back to work.
Safe.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help.
So, Kran says at this point to you, I have given you all you ask. Now, maybe you can help me.
Yeah.
Well, you have given us all we ask is for one thing. One thing is yet to be given, and that is the flag that we are to fly.
He actually walks over to the side of the hall, pulls a battle flag off of the side, off one of the poles at the side, and brings it to you.
Fantastic.
There's not a lot of ceremony involved.
Well, no, it's fine. All right.
So,
Now.
you help me now.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the captain. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
One ship. Good. 2 ships. Better.
Twice as nice.
I know where is other ship.
Okay.
You get bring to me.
Yes.
I help you. You help me.
I hope it's
Absolutely.
even.
Real quick, one moment, Chron. Now, it wasn't my job. I didn't sign up for it, but I mean, you guys do have to recover that baton, Marchand, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that should kind of be high on the list of priorities.
Okay.
Even after my dad, you know, where my dad should be after it, for instance. You know, that's how important it is.
Yes.
Peace in the land and all.
Yes.
So perhaps we can assemble some kind of strike force to go take Lenny's stronghold and recover the baton.
Yeah.
You know, that's a possibility. I don't know. I mean, he's your guy, so.
You never wanted to know, did the other dwarf bring his bubbles?
Yeah. Where is this ship?
Kagra, the guy with the patch, steps forward. You take them to ship. Bring back to me. And he bows and nods.
We'll bow and nod and depart with the day.
Did we get more crew than just 3 dwarves and a guy with an eye patch?
We had 10 other guys with
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I missed it.
10 Dragonborn.
I just want to make sure.
So, these are the guys who are going to crew the ship. Are we going to need warriors to take the other ship?
No, just get ship bring to me.
Okay.
Well, I think we're going to need an extra crew then.
We might need more crew to fly 2 ships back. That's a good thing.
Kagra. More warrior. They get 10 more.
And supplies to.
And all these guys need food and all that stuff. That warrior stuff.
He tells the dwarf to get you the supply. This is not something he's interested in.
Very good. I think we're ready.
All right.
All right.
We're ready.
We do have all these dragonborns, so we're going to go storm Lenny's.
Well, let's find out where the ship is.
That's true. It doesn't matter. As soon as if we get to 2 ships, there will be peace in the land.
Our kind
One
of
way
peace.
or another.
I see.
More weapons means more peace.
Let me see if my character's a good guy. Nope.
Nope. You return to the ship, you find a column of dwarves also moving up and down the stairs. It's a little bit difficult to navigate, but they are in fact supplying the ship.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
I wonder how that works. Do we need to add more sylph to a heavier ship?
We will find out.
That might actually be something to ask Connor Crown. If he's got some lying around somewhere.
Some shelf.
Should have.
Should have. We can't go back? I don't know. Well, no, actually, no, here's a good point. What are we going to power that ship with? The other ship.
Well, we have a whole vial of it.
It's our vial. He doesn't know about that vial. He doesn't need to know about that vial. He needs to know that the other ship needs sylph.
I'm going to go start training the dragonborn to crew the ship.
I would like to see that, yes.
Yes. How would I go about doing that?
Well, Kagra is already on board, and he has preceded you with his, 20 warriors onto the ship?
Yes.
Yes. And you are going to start training them.
Yes.
Don't train them on the harp yet.
I will not train them on the harp.
Okay, you are going to train them in what?
Oh, I'm the harpist, aren't I?
Yeah.
So never mind. They're going to train them. What do you do?
Rigging.
She's going to train them on rigging.
She's going to train them on the rigging. Very good. They seem to be pretty adept, actually, at finding the rat lines and are getting the hang of the idea of furling and unfurling sail.
I'm going to ask Kagra if they have missile weapons.
Each of them has sword weaponry and also bows.
Bows.
And breath weapons.
And breath weapons, that's
Sure,
pretty
and that's
much
it.
covers them.
And the dwarves are going to bring piles of arrows on board.
No, the dwarves are not going to bring piles of arrows on board. They're going to bring supplies on board. But they're not going to provide weaponry to the.
Oh, okay, so Kyra, we're gonna need arrows, because we won't be able to recover any we shoot.
Got arrows.
Lots of arrows.
I got arrows. We are prepared.
Good.
You question my preparedness for battle?
From the air only.
Arrows fly true. From the air, I think fly far.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to order my first meal to be prepared while I go to my cabin and begin studying the charts for where we need to go.
The dwarf is in fact preparing the meal for you.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
But mainly I'm studying the charts because we have to go somewhere and I have to get us there. So,
Quite true.
Where you should find out where we need to go.
well, I assumed he told us, didn't I? Didn't he? We asked him.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
No.
he didn't? I thought we asked that
Kydron knows
question.
where you're going, and
Yeah,
he's
okay.
supposed to show you the way.
All right, well then, I'll interface with him. What was my dwarf's name?
You never asked.
Yeah.
I never did I? All right. Well, when he comes trundling back in with my meal, I'll be sure to ask.
I want to ask Decker how long he thinks it would be before he's repaired the ship as much as he's knows how.
I have examined your ship.
Yeah.
It is a piece of crap. Falling apart. Ancient wood. Splinters. I hurt my finger. Splinter.
It's a hazard.
Can't fix.
Oh, the Crown is not going to be happy to hear that.
Too bad.
Oh, come on, this guy.
So what would you need to do a good job repairing the ship?
Lumber. Tools. Ten carver dwarves. 6 weeks.
Lumber and tools should come on board here. I'll ask Kygra to make that happen.
Categorize. No, number. No.
Make the dwarves make that happen.
The dwarves start delivering what lumber they have.
Good.
If you're talking with Kakra, he is showing you on the map where you need to go.
Excellent. It's somewhere, I'm sure.
Hopefully it's near the Carver doors. Because our ship's falling
Salvage.
It's actually higher up in the mountains. It's past the Gate of Souls and the three cauldrons, the three open volcano.
Svarda?
No, Sparta's on the other side of the mountains. But where he's indicating is just on the other side of Mount Api, a place called Forbidden Vale.
It's forbidden.
Well, I don't know. Does he want that ship or not?
Yeah. Okay, navigators, make it happen.
Sure.
Are you casting off?
Are we going to do that in 6 weeks after the ship's been repaired, or are we doing this right now?
We don't have enough dwarves to repair the ship.
No, he needs more carver dwarves.
What? The king of the Carver Dwarves is just right there. He was gonna
No,
go.
he's a Delver dwarf. Or,
Oh, that was a Delver?
not a Delver dwarf.
Or,
The other kind.
He's not a Carver.
He's not a carver dwarf.
Okay.
They're in salvage. How far is that?
salvage.
It is far.
Yeah.
It is far away.
I'm not even seeing it. Oh, salvage. Oh, that's way past Haven.
We'd have to go through
We can stop by Haven.
right past
but-
Haven again.
No, we could bypass Haven.
We do have 20 warriors. We can cause some real trouble there.
Let's go look at the other
Maybe
ship.
burn down the other half of the library.
Let's go see what the other ship needs to be recovered. We probably need more dwarves for that too.
Sure.
Do you think it's crashed?
Do I think it's crashed? I doubt it. I'll bet you some ancient, the ancient occupants of that ship just stashed it there. You know, or when arrow ships stopped coming. Who's to say?
It's
Who's to
high
say?
up.
Perhaps it ran out of silk when they were forced to land.
Have we ever been that high?
You have. Yes.
All right, well, that's one of us.
Well, if I've been that high, you've all been that high.
Pretty much.
All right.
All right.
Well, so we're going for the ship or we're going for salvage? For
No,
repairs.
We'll
We're
go
going for the ship.
For the ship.
Yeah,
It's,
sure.
it's so
Good.
close.
All right, great. All right, so should I chart the course?
You chart a course.
Do you want me to roll for
Are
it?
you ready to cast off?
Everything's loaded,
Everything's loaded.
Oh,
ready to
wait.
go.
Have the new crew been trained enough?
Are the new crew trained enough?
Well,
I mean, we could time lapse.
Has everyone
this.
gone to the bathroom?
I mean, we could time lapse this, right? Give everybody a couple days to get acclimated with the process. Do a couple donuts around the mountain.
Now we need the montage.
Now we need the montage. We can do the montage action song. I got it right here.
yep. As you do that, you want to take a couple of days to train.
Well, yeah, I think it would be beneficial if we just give these guys a couple of days to cut their teeth.
What I'm worried about is the longer we're here, the more crap we have to do.
You're the captain. Whatever you say goes. We respect the chain of command.
Let's
right
cast
here.
off and see what happens. Spend a couple days training around, but
Very well.
if we need to come back, we'll be close.
As you cast off, part of the gunnel breaks off, loose.
What's it called?
I don't
Side
know.
of the boat.
Oh. I think we need to.
Did someone just break off the ship?
The boat leans heavily to one side as it pulls away.
Salvage.
Salvage, okay. I mean, I plotted the perfect course with a roll of a 23 to wherever the ship's at. But sure, salvage it is. Okay, it's that way. Let's go.
Well, you can go that way if you wish, but the dwarf that you have brought aboard, Tucker. Decker. No, Tucker.
Oh, Tucker.
There's Decker, there's Tucker. What was
No,
my
there's
last?
Tucker, there's Tweedle, and the third one.
And what's his name?
You haven't asked
Well,
yet.
I was going to ask him when he came back with my meal. If you're,
I do recall. He comes back and he has brought your meal.
Yeah.
Yes. It's porridge,
Okay.
cold,
Okay.
and a piece of cured sausage.
Based on what we have on board, I'm sure it's just the finest.
Well, you can believe that if you want.
Okay. We're going to work with this guy. What's his name?
His name is Twine.
What's that?
Twine.
Twine? Twine. Fantastic. Twine. Twine's my guy.
I want to play Twine.
What was the
As you set course into the mountains, you say, no, we're not going to go this way. We're going to go to salvage. And you set course for salvage.
Yeah.
As the boat turns, some of the planks on the hull pop loose and fall away.
All right.
Why are you looking at me?
We've got
How much can I?
we've got repairs things
Yeah.
going on.
And Tucker will tell you, this is not going to make long in the
Back
sky.
we go.
Sorry, I just don't think.
We're going to have to
Yeah.
do something.
We'll dock up again.
All right. Yeah, back then, right? Who's flying this thing?
Laurel.
She is the pilot.
We'll tie off again.
All right, let's see how that works. Who's flying?
Laurel is the pilot.
Well, let's roll for Laurel.
Go ahead, Clark.
How'd she do?
She rolled a 19.
She did really quite well,
Oh.
as a matter of fact.
Not easy ones. Counting her plus
As
4,
she
5.
sidles up gently against the side, the hull collapses.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Laurel, if you're watching, great job.
yes.
I don't think it could have helped much.
We don't blame you.
Yes, and not unlike Gilligan's Island, this boat is coming apart
At the seams.
at the seams.
All right, Tucker. It's time for some overtime, buddy.
I will assist Tucker in any way possible.
You and all your buddies need to fix this rig.
Okay.
Hire help.
Yeah.
Whatever
Sure.
I can do.
My character's real smart.
I'm great at handing tools over.
I'm gonna run around the ship just bardically inspiring everybody.
Works really well.
While you're eating your cold porridge and sausage.
You do manage in a day to get things patched together. There are big planks nailed along the side of the hull to hold it together. In some places, it's reasonably patched.
Well, that's a good start.
You know what we repaired it with? A
Is
montage.
it feasible to lift the harp into another hole, or is that not a?
Well, it's built into the ship.
Yeah.
Well, I know that's what.
It's like
I
an
think
organ.
we need a couple
It
more days.
is feasible to do that, yes. I mean, it's been done before, and there are instructions in your book as to how to manage it. It's a complex process, but yeah.
Well, I don't think we want to move that.
How long does it take to get to salvage on foot?
On foot? Well, you
That's-
pass through Haven, so it shouldn't be too bad.
That's pretty far.
It's very fun.
It's
Well, we're not
pretty-
flying there.
Yeah, well, this ship is patched up. We're good to go.
Well, only after one
Well, there
day.
you go.
If we just take
Okay.
another day, can
Well,
we get
yeah.
it better?
We'll spend. I want a project repair plan for Tucker. What does
No.
he think? What does he think?
Well, what he thinks actually
It can't be
is
done?
that the ship is about 200 years old,
And it just can't be done.
and it's coming apart. And putting more wood on the old wood isn't going to help it very much.
So what? We just get the new ship and just burn this one down,
I don't know.
salvage it for parts.
I don't know.
But if that second ship is due to,
Can't magic users magically magic stuff?
oh yeah, like little spots like that big. Absolutely.
Well, do a little
I'll
spot
be about that all day long.
Are there ships in Kron big enough that we could transfer the harp to one of those ships?
I think this is the ship in Crown.
This is the ship in Kron.
Yeah,
There
there's
might be in
not.
Haven.
Steal a ship from Haven.
If we don't burn it down first.
Yeah.
Well, I
How
genuinely
far is
don't
the
know
other
what to
ship?
do.
It's actually not that far. It's around a mountain, so it's,
Is it walkable?
yeah, it's walkable.
Okay.
Walk.
Hiking we will go.
Yeah.
Walk.
We'll leave Tucker in charge of repairs, and we're gonna hike off to the ship.
We take all of our stuff. Oh, the ship will just fall, won't it?
Yeah, we'll add enough silk to keep it floating. Which I
Okay.
don't know if we know how much.
And no more.
No more.
For sure. All right, and yeah, we're gonna try to put
Don't
this
let
on.
them see you act so.
Yes. We do not let them see us.
No,
outside.
I would.
And I locked the harp room. Of course, the wood's so rotted they could just easily.
That girl wants to know where you're going.
To the ship.
Get your ship.
Yeah, ship.
You have ship, why not go to the ship?
Tucker tells us it needs extensive repairs before it's capable of flying higher.
Okay. You go get new ship.
That's the plan.
Okay. We wait.
We just gave them a ship.
I
Wow.
don't know if we gave it to them.
They have a book on how to fly it.
And
And they
let's
have-
take those books with us. No, I don't know. No,
The
it's fine. I
dwarves
just
are, the
kidding.
dwarves are copying the book,
Yeah.
I assume.
The dwarves are copying the book.
They have a
Of course they're
book
copying
that
the book.
explains how to fly it.
They've
And
been,
then they have our
these
ship
have
that flies.
been magnanimous and gracious hosts thus far. I think it's all gonna work out.
We should have gone
You
with
know,
mine.
don't they get silk from dragon? Like,
I don't.
what if
I have
they
no idea.
that?
I don't know where they get that from.
Yeah, they get it from dragons.
From dragons? I thought it was pulled out of the ether.
No, that's what the ship flies on.
As the old poem goes, anyway. I don't know what to tell you.
So you set off on foot then?
Don't we want, is that our fastest route, right?
I think we should fly there, personally. The ship is patched up enough.
Yeah.
Walk.
I don't know. I don't.
You can ride his dwarf.
Cannot.
I
He is a dwarf with dignity.
I will
Not my
not,
dwarf.
I will not lay hands on a dwarf.
I think leaving the ship is a bad idea, but I also agree that it's not doing too well.
Well, we can either wait for it to be fixed as much as it can be fixed, or we can.
I think we just patch it up as best we can and then beeline to the salvage.
Well, I think it's been pretty well established that we're not going to make it to salvage. Am I correct? Was that-
Well, the dwarf doesn't think you'll make it to salvage.
Yeah, well,
We can make it.
by force of will alone,
Yeah.
we can make it.
Okay.
No, instead of salvage, I
By
think we
sheer
should-
willpower.
It's just on the other side of the mountain. I think we can go. I think the ship is patched up well enough to go do that. It's your. I mean,
Well, we undocked it and it started falling apart right here.
that was yesterday. We have patched it up since then.
Let's just, well, let's go hike around and see what the other ship is like.
All right.
See if it's a crashed ship or if it's,
Sure.
it might be pieces of a ship all over the outside for all we know.
Yes.
We need a wagon or something.
Well, I guess we only need the one dragon bone. The fellow with the eye patch.
Why would we not want to take
20.
20 or something?
Yeah, we need to help carry the stuff.
Well, we will need 10 to pilot the new ship.
Yeah.
The other 10 can, I guess, will stay aboard our old ship.
No, let's take them all.
Take them all.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't.
Is there
Sure.
a reason to not do that? Let's go. We're gonna go. We're gonna hike over with our 20 guys and.
But Kagra says no, you
No?
are not. He will send with 10 with you.
Okay. Is he gonna come?
No.
Too dangerous for you?
Oh, I'm going to step back.
Oh.
I'm going to push my dwarf. It's fine. I'm back as well.
Kagra
Fine, let's go
says,
talk about the menu.
I have other duty.
Yeah, okay.
That's
That's all it
unfortunate.
You set out on foot.
I guess, yeah.
You set out on foot with 10 of the crown warriors accompanying you. You can see that there is a path up toward the Forbidden Vale. As you come out the back of the fortress and the citadel, actually, you first find yourself in line with tiefling pilgrims who are moving past the citadel and up the path that you're taking. You follow these tiefling up on the path to the edge of the three cauldrons, the three open volcanoes. And you find that there is, in fact, a large shrine here that the tiefling are visiting in their pilgrimage. Your path, however, diverges from theirs and works its way around the caldera of the volcanoes and leads higher up on the slopes, up into a fog-shrouded and cloudy vale high above, which is the Forbidden Vale. And as you disappear into the mists, we end this game tonight because time to do so.
As the mists
Close
shroud-
around
close-
you.
Yeah, close around,
Yes.
close around us. Like,
Cutscene.
yeah.
Well, thanks everybody. At least we got out of Kron.
Okay. Close enough, I suppose.
Hopefully
Yeah.
we get back. So good.
Hopefully. Yes. Tonight's one of those games that just sets up the next.
Yes.
So the Dragonborn considered the tieflings kind of suckers, right?
Yes.
They consider them what?
Kind of suckers.
Suckers? Oh, okay.
They charge them to go to the shrine, I think, is the deal.
Okay.
And the tieflings think it's a holy place.
Well, yeah.
the tieflings as part of, yes, very much central to their lives and faith.
Oh, yeah.
I don't recall if Tracy told us the secrets. He didn't put that on the podcast, right? The secrets.
No, those were after the podcast.
Okay, never mind. I
Now
won't.
everybody that's on the podcast is going to say, what secrets?
I know. They're gonna. It looks like they're gonna have to buy the book to find out.
I'm afraid so. Yes, I am afraid so. Well, thanks everybody. It was fun this
I'll come
evening.
over here.
Oh, you're going to come over here? Oh, here we go.
Carry on.
Thanks everybody for joining us
Thanks for
tonight.
coming.
And we'll see you next week when things are really going to get messy. Click like, subscribe, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yep. And thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you
Love
next
See
week.
you next week.
Farewell.
Bye.
You know, I don't remember where we heard about the silk coming from the dragons. I don't remember where we heard that from.
Oh, that
Did
was-
he actually
that's
learn
the-
that?
That
or
was
that-
after. That was after the
We're
book.
up.